are live. What up, guys? Your girl talk about it's Kina, and this is my crazy other half, handsome husband.
Oh, it's my turn. Hi, my name is Ikonik. Iconic. Isn't it ironic? I got the crew, she got the chronic. Her booty beat the supersonic.
Anywho, as y'all can see, today we are talking about divine duality and distinguishing between men who objectify and those who empower the feminine spirit. This is, for me, I would say, a fairly new
Well,
understanding.
hold on, hold on. So let's kind of help people to understand before we go on with the show. Is that duality? If you don't know what duality is, basically where there's a up, there's a down. Where there's a will, there's a way. You can sad, there's happy. Um, Heaven and hell, angel and devil, duality. You can't have one without the other. Duality.
Like yin and yang.
Yes, exactly. The yin and the yang.
Right.
And she got that thing. Go ahead. All right.
So we're just gonna be talking. I had a conversation with someone recently who they said that their man wants them to be in their feminine and stop acting masculine. Um, and I had this conversation with my lovely husband, and I feel like for me, it's like, okay, if you want someone to act in her, so to speak, the feminine, then you have to allow her to be able to do that. So before, back in the day, I would fix my own car, I would change the brakes, I would do the oil, I would do all that stuff. But then when my husband's around, or he allowed me to operate in my feminine and be her, then I was able to say, hey, I can get my nails done, ones came off. I can get my nails done. I can get my hair done. I can be cute because I don't have to worry about I don't have to pump gas. I don't have to change tires. I don't have to get dirty. Um, but the person that I was talking to was like, I want to be more like that. But the person that she's with doesn't allow her, he doesn't step into the role of masculine to allow her to be feminine. She still has to be masculine. So it's kind of like that yin and yang, right?
It, yeah, what she want is a yin and yang because
Well,
with
she
that,
both and she doesn't want to.
say that again.
I said she's operating in both, but she doesn't want to.
Right, I forgot what I was gonna say to help along with that. What did you say before you said that? You could you
I said it's like the yin and the yang
mm-hmm.
because he wants her to be feminine, but he doesn't allow her to be feminine. She still has to operate masculine because he hasn't in position as masculine.
Like I wanna say but I forgot what where I was going with it. Alright, so with that, um I think you had said that she has to do with both, right? okay, that's understandable because of who she's with. You know, the thing is that person needs to, not so much her, because she's in a role that she understands that she don't have to be in, that she don't want to be in. But for him, like the role of masculine and feminine is, if you have a ruler or whatever, just straight line on either side, feminine, masculine, or whatever, there's a balance. And right now, what she's um what's the word I'm looking for? What she's experiencing is an unbalance, because she has to be masculine. Yes, and feminine, but more masculine, because she's picking up the slack that he's not carrying or don't want to carry. What he needs to do is to get in tune to himself, where if he's balanced in feminine and masculine, and she's balanced in feminine and masculine, because there are some things while I'm away she has to do for herself, where if she has to pump gas for herself, my wife got to do it. Um so for her, she has to be balanced. But the thing is, she can't be balanced if he's not willing to be balanced. And yeah, that's something that they got to work out. They got to deal with.
So, so can you give them an example of what that looks like when we're together, as like an understanding? Like you kind of touched on it. Like I don't have to do gas. Like
Yeah.
you
Okay. So when like when the was it the Maxima
Ultima.
Ultima, like, you know no, I didn't get the fan fixed, but you we had to turn on the fan manually and whatnot, right? But other than that, I had got all four new tires on that mug. I got the correct size tires that's supposed to been on it, and we was out rolling. We was Gucci. It was smooth. It was a smoother ride. We was getting better gas mileage because the right uh, air, the right amount of pressure was in there, and you know, yeah, we was Gucci, and the fact that I remember you had took a picture of me down there with the van, and you was like, yeah, I finally got a man that's down there, you know, checking the oil and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So that's what it looked like. Okay, so if you want to really break it down, I open the door for her. I gas it up. I look at stuff. I'm underneath the hood. You want her to, being her feminine, carry her bags for her, because the less she has to do physically, the more she do physically. If you get what I'm talking about. Um the less she has to figure out mentally, the more she's mentally in tune to you. Um Hell, it's kind of like in the Bible, do unto others as you will want them to do unto you. So if I'm doing my best to try to take care of her, it's only natural that she's gonna turn around and take care of me, because I do my best to take care of her, mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally, all that. And if you ain't trying to do that, then both y'all are with the wrong person. I'm keep it real. If they're not willing, understand, if they are not willing to put forth effort in trying to do all that stuff, That's where you got to think or figure out, if that's the person you want to be with.
Yes, I agree. Just to kind of back up what you were saying, you allow me to be in a healthy state of mind. Um, Even when you're here, like I know that people feel like there's gender roles that need to be balanced to the masculine and feminine, but you're okay with making sure that the house is clean so that I can mentally take care of things. You're okay with making sure the bathroom's clean, making sure that the laundry is done. Like, it's not necessarily saying, oh, only women should do this or only women should do that, but even creating a healthy environment for me is allowing me to operate in a feminine way, to be
Hmm.
my her, if you will. It, it allows to be at peace. Um, it gives me no worries. So that way, it's literally like taking a lot off my plate that I would have to worry about. Like, oh, I got to check the antifreeze. I got to check the tires. I got to deal with these things. And it's not even, I wouldn't even say it's, oh, well, that's for a man or that's for a woman. It's just knowing that there's things that I just don't have to worry about. I'm comfortable going to sleep at night knowing that things are being taken care of so that way when I do get up to work on our business, I'm not dealing with all this other whatever, or I don't have to come at him in a masculine way and say this is what you're supposed to be doing or this is what you have to do. I don't have to operate in masculine, so it allows me to be more at peace. I don't know how else to explain that.
Yeah, yeah, and plus, I was brought up to do my own laundry. I sew, I barely cook, but I know how to if I need to. So domesticated, I am. Do I want to be? Not so much, but I know that um, if my wife says, "Yo, if I need some," she don't even say she need, but I know that if stuff is not helping her to use her creative mind in dealing with business and all that stuff, it's taking time from her doing that, and she get flustered with that. So if any way, shape, or form I can ease the frustration that she got to go through, then I'm gonna do it. You know, um, I think you know how to sew. Yeah, you do know how to sew. I don't know if you ever did it while I was with you, but
I have, but I mean, it's not often. I mean, how often do we need to sew anything?
well, shoot, me busting ripping my jeans all the time. But that's because I was always, doing more. I was doing more than them jeans could let me do. Like, yeah, I'm a big guy, but I don't move like I'm a big guy. And the most, and what that means is most big guys move with limits or whatever, where they're moving with limits, and I'm like, yo, jumping in and out, like stretching my legs and all that stuff, and the jeans just wasn't helping. So I had to learn how to sew because I was busting out them pants. But all that gave me the skill to better help my wife. They say, oh yeah, the wife is your helpmate or whatever. Yeah, she's my helpmate. But if I can do it, I rather do it than her, because in turn, what she don't do, or what she don't have to do, she conserves her energy for what we do later on. Or, going that extra mile. Like, who knows? I might wake up one morning and I got lunch for, lunch for work. And that's just out the kindness of her heart because she has the time to do that.
So what would you say about this? Emotional intelligence is active listening and respectful communication, um, which is essential tools in fostering healthy relationships and cultivating the skills to create balance and harmony.
Is that the whole question?
I said, what do you think about it?
Oh, the whole paragraph.
That wasn't a paragraph.
Say it all again.
Uh, Emotional intelligence is active listening, respectful communication that fosters healthy relationships and cultivates skills to create balance and harmony, is what you just said.
Well, yeah, that all that is feminine, masculine. It's the essence of duality. You cannot, just because I hear you don't mean I'm listening to you. So that active listening, like, you have to actually listen to your mate. You have you have to listen to what they're saying, but in between, what are they not saying?
Exactly.
You know, it's like it's almost like a game of cat and mouse. She's the cat and I'm the mouse, but I'm trying to understand where she's coming from or where she's going, and I'm trying to get there. Okay, she's saying she want a sandwich or whatever, and this and that, and the other, so okay, she needs a sandwich or she want a sandwich, but let's dig into the memory bank. What type of sandwich would make her just be elated? So if I was right there next to her and she was like, "Man, I got a taste for a sandwich, but I don't know what it is." In my mind already, I know one of her best sandwiches she's ever had is down there next to the car lot. But it's so far it's far out of the her mental, where, because by the time you even start going down there to get to that sandwich, you can probably pass like 4 or 5 different sandwich places. So automatically she's already thinking about them 4 or 5 sandwich places because they're closer. And she wants to, ease that right then and there, that hunger pain or whatever. But if you just go out your way and go ahead and head down there to that shop and grab her something, and then, yeah, I got your sandwich, and then you show up with that out of all the other ones that she was thinking. Come on now. Y'all know. Oh, you must want something. Yes, I do. I want your loving.
You want more than that, though. You want me happy. You want me at peace. You want me. The one thing that I don't know if we did this when you were here, but my husband allows me to operate and feel good in my skin. That is part of being my femininity is wearing clothes that make me feel good. Um, Wearing clothes that I know I look good in. Like he promotes that. Like there's a lot of men that have insecurities, and so they don't want their woman operating in um, feminine because then they're afraid to lose them. I was talking to someone the other day, giving them an example of there are men that I knew in the past that they would consider having ugly wives. The man said he has an ugly wife at home. and he married her because she's ugly, and he knows that at the end of the day, when it's time to go home, she will always be there because no one's going to want her. He didn't want a pretty wife because that's the type of women that he was cheating on her with in the streets. So he didn't want someone that he knew when she went outside, she looking good, feeling good. Now she gonna get hit on by the same type of men that he was hitting on other women. And so for my husband, it's complete opposite. He wants me looking good and feeling good because he has that security knowing that he's taking care of me mentally and emotionally. So I'm not going nowhere.
And if she's dressing and looking like $1 million, do you really think a dude that come along and is trying to woo her or whatever because she's looking like $1 million? First of all, you got to be a billionaire then, because if she's looking like 1 million, you got to come with 1 billion. Point blank simple. Not to mention, if she's looking like that, then she's well kept. So
Or some people would look at it as high expectations. So I think that's what it. I don't get hit on. I get hit on more by women than men. Uh,
yeah, man.
like yesterday, that lady.
Tell them the story.
Okay, so I was in the grocery store. I was leaving out the grocery store, and there was this very loud lady, older lady. She had shades on. She had her Whitney Houston wig on. She was loud. So she was like, "You is pretty. You pretty. Hey, you over there. You pretty." I'm not paying attention. I'm checking out. I'm walking towards the exit. And she was like, "Hey, red hair, you pretty. And you wearing that outfit. You gotta walk this, gonna give somebody a heart attack." She was being loud. And I was trying to keep a straight face. I turned around and I said thank you and I kept it moving. But it was funny. She was loud like Tiffany Haddish loud.
Mm.
Like
And got a walk that'll give somebody a heart attack.
I was
Yes.
listen, I wasn't I wasn't done up. I was just I didn't think it was that serious. But because I'm in an environment that allows me to just have that type of energy, it comes off that way. But men don't talk to me. It'd be the women. And that was an older woman.
Getting them cougars, baby.
Hey, I guess I'm pulling them for you or something.
Ooh, don't suck on that like that.
Stop it. But no, honestly, like my energy now compared to in the past, mm-mm, completely different. And that's because rather near or far, my husband allows me, he creates an environment for me for my feminine to show. I will get dressed in something just whatever to sit in the house all day and work, or, I'll go over to my mom's and get my brother. I'm not going anywhere, but I will get dressed up because I feel good to be able to do that. And I know that I don't have to do anything that, you know, I don't have to scrub floors, or, I don't have to do things that is like, okay, well, there's no point in me getting dressed up because it's going to get dirty. Like, and not that I don't clean or anything like that, but it's just my husband knows what I need and he provides that for me on a mental level. And like he said, he takes care of me mentally, I take care of him physically.
Um, I forgot what I was gonna say, but what's next?
Um, let's see here. So, what would you say, in your opinion, how does social media affect men and women operating in their masculine and feminine? Do you think that social media encourages it, Or do you think that social media gives this men go out and work, women stay home and cook and clean? Men are to be, whatever, or they'll say women is to be seen, not heard. Like, how do you feel like social media and the opinions of social media affect women operating in their feminine or having high standards or high expectations? Like, is that such a thing, or is it okay if I say, look, if I'm looking this good and feeling this good, then I want my husband to be doing the same thing. If I'm looking like $1 million, then I need a man that not only is going to promote me looking like $1 million, but also has to look and feel like $1 million himself.
Well, first of all, I think social media gives a false sense of femininity and masculinity online. Online it shows that women don't have to do nothing other than look good, and the men have to come with, the pecs, the abs, and the money bag to go along with it. But in reality, none of that matters. None of it matters because a woman that won't six-figure earning type of man is gonna complain about um the time that he has. She's gonna complain about he's never up to do anything. Well, that he tired. He been working all day. Six figures come with 24-hour work ethics, and 24 hours is a day for some of y'all that might not know. And if he's working for a whole day, do you really think he gonna want to come home and put down that awesome porn star type sex to you? No, no. Now those guys that are like that most likely have a work wife or work fling or whatever, because what? It's right there, it's convenient, and he could get back to working. Um for the women that think all they need to do is look good. You gonna look good, but yet you can't cook, you can't clean, you can't even surprise him with a meal. Why? Because you didn't take the time out to even know where to do work at. Um, you know, oh, I'm gonna have his baby, but yet you don't know how to you don't even know how to take care of a kid. You can't even take care of yourself. Now just because y'all got money or he got money or whatever, now you're outsourcing your parenting skills to a nanny, and then you wonder why he's sleeping around with the nanny. It's because you're a trophy piece, you're a model piece. You look good sitting on the table, and that's it. You are a piece of art. Why? Because you didn't take the time out to know what type of man you really wanted. You just went and got what society told you to get because of your listening and living on social media. Um, Fellas, you chasing these internet vixens, and then you complain about why she don't have furniture in her house, why her bed don't got bed sheets or covers, but where she films at and take pictures at is all done up. She's living in her studio and don't know how to make a bed. Don't stop complaining about what you're going out for because of what society or the internet told you to go look for. My woman told me she looked it like Brandy Moesha.
I
Y'all
did.
see her right there. She said that all because somebody said that she looked like, because she had braids. When she told me that, I was afraid that I was gonna meet up with somebody that I connected with on so many different levels that her eyes was gonna be like real far away from each other, like Brandy. A comedian said a long time ago, Brandy looked like a hammerhead shark. So I'm thinking like, dang, her eyes are gonna be on the side of her head, like that far apart, with the bridge of her nose like that. Like, y'all see what she looked like. Nowhere near Brandy. Living on social media. Go into the real world. Hell, go into the real world and then go home and write what you need. Oh, excuse me. Yeah. So in conclusion with that, social media give a very, very false ideal of masculine and feminine. And yeah, but start knowing yourself first. And by knowing yourself, you will know what you want in a woman. That's it, beautiful.
All
Next one or whatever.
right, guys. There you have it. Do not let social media dictate how you feel. Operate in your feminine. Do not settle for anything less. If that's how you want to be, then find someone that allows you to operate in your feminine. Just like on the flip side, find a woman that allows you to operate in your masculine if that's what you choose. But I will say at the end of the day, if it's the tables are turned, it's okay for a woman to operate in masculine within reason, as well as it's okay for a man to show his feminine. There's nothing wrong with that. um that's another thing that the internet and social media gets twisted, that a man can't cry, a man can't show emotion, a man can't be soft, because then that you're not a man. In different environments and understanding, it is okay for a man to be the little spoon. um,
Hmm.
Men need hugs, men need love, men need to be nurtured, and that is part of a woman operating in her feminine, is to be able to nurture that man at that moment. So if he's acting in his feminine, wants to be held or needs a hug or whatever it is, it doesn't mean that he's less of a man. Um,
And you women out there that's talking about, oh, he wants somebody to be his mama, this and that. No, us men don't want you to be our mama. But what we do want, yes, when we having a rough day and we happen to you sitting on the couch and we happen to lay our head on you, at that particular moment, it's not about being a mother. It's about showing love. Like, okay, baby, come here, let me rub your head, it'll be okay. You had a rough day, you had a hard week. You know what I'm saying? We go out in the world and battle a bunch of assholes. We battle for us for us melanated brothers. We battle racism or the stereotype. Big black man. Oh, you must be a gangster or whatever. Like, me and my wife, we had a Chrysler 300, and the only thing that was not stock on that 300 was the tinted windows. But yet, a, I'm not gonna say a Karen, but a melanated lack of or what's your sister call them, mayonnaise paper or whatever. Forget it.
half by 11.
A white woman said, "Oh, you got your pimped out ride." What? That was a racist remark, a stereotype racist remark. Because when you think about pimp, or anybody think about pimp, they thinking about a black person dressed, suited, and booted to the nines with a very clean car and just decked out. All that was aftermarket on that vehicle was tinted windows, and that was it. and it's a pimp car. Really? I forgot where I was going with that. Wow, I really forgot where I was going with that.
Okay, baby.
I'm gonna have to watch the show to find out where I was going with that.
All right, guys. Well, as you can see, we are going to end this. I have added our social medias on the bottom of the screen. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram. Um, why can I never remember the P?
Patreon.
Patreon. And of course, I'm sure you're watching this on YouTube or on Facebook. Be sure to subscribe to our Facebook, share, like, and comment. Give us your opinion of what you think about today's topic. It is one that is becoming more popular, but I feel like people's understanding of it is misconstrued. People are putting out false definitions of operating in masculine and feminine, and I definitely want to set the record straight. Um, I think we did a good job of that. But give us your thoughts on it. Again, like, share, subscribe, comment, and we will catch you guys in the next one. It is going to be an interesting one, quite hilarious at the end of the day, but we had some discoveries. So stay tuned for that one dropping next week. We out.
Peace. Oh, don't ground your love. Make your love out of this world. Out of this world. Y'all thought it was skipping. Never mind. We'll see y'all later. I'm Iconic, and that's my lovely wife. Talk about it, Takina, and we are out.